Hey guys, Strike here and welcome back to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Now, I'm really sorry if you can hear a faint buzzing in the background. What the hell happened to you, Yen? Sorry if you can hear a faint buzzing in the background. It is absolutely boiling in the UK and everyone here is made of snow, including me. So, I desperately need a fucking fan on. Now, we're back in The Witcher because oh yes, my friends, we are going to be clearing up every single little undiscovered location. Now, it's been about maybe 20 days since Jesus Christ, I forgot how creepy everyone in Toussaint sounds. It has been about 20 days since there's a quest available. I missed a quest! Well, we gotta do that first, but it's been about 20 days since I finished Toussaint, or finished Blood and Wine. And I believe that has been enough of a break for me to now come all the way back and clear up every single undiscovered location in Velen, Novigrad, Skellige, and the Duchy of Toussaint. Because, oh my god, this is one of the best games of all time, and I think that even more with reflection. Like, my excitement for this game hasn't died down. All this time after completing it, I've been watching lore videos. I downloaded standalone Gwent. I've been playing that a ton. I'm now a god at it, even though it's so much different from the original game's Gwent and very confusing to begin with. It's still great and it's just what a beautiful world. I can't stop watching lore videos. It's just fantastic. Now, Guillaume, it's you.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Without my Vivian, life has no meaning. You are the last to whom I wish to speak.
Was that it? That was the entire quest. Well, I'm happy to clear that up. Oh, come on, buddy. Like, it's not my fault. I've saved your life 100 times, and you're just like, no, I'm gonna get absolutely wasted and potentially die of heat stroke in the middle of the fucking town floor at 11 AM, I might point out. Look at the top right. What the fuck is wrong with you, Guillaume? You're such a dick. Now, we're returning to Velen, because I'm going to clear Velen out first. Well, Velen and Novigrad sort of, they come under the same area for me. Do we have any quests still? We have Knight for Hire, and we have Free Spirit. Gather books describing religion. Oh, and collect them all, which we're obviously doing. 100% am I picking up every Gwent card in the game. Because why the hell wouldn't I? It was such a big part of my playthrough. I freaking love Gwent. Now, how do we do this? It has been a while. There we go. Oh, the music. The music in fucking Toussaint. I forgot how much I love it. Oh my god. I've actually downloaded The Witcher's full soundtrack. And I listen to it daily. Priscilla's song is one of the most gorgeous songs I've listened to in a very long time. It's wonderful. Now let's go to Estia. Oh no, we're gonna have to go to that island with the foglets. Do you remember that? The one that I just could not deal with and didn't understand where to go. To be fair, we're so powerful now, it's almost definitely not even gonna be slightly a problem, but my god. Also, if you're randomly here, after not finishing my main series, I highly recommend going back and watching that or not watching this at all, because I will bring up spoilers, all that kind of thing. Basically, if you don't know the story of The Witcher 3, you don't want to be here right now, because I'm going to be spoiling pretty much everything. We're going to go down to this bandit camp. Now, since that's sort of just a bandit camp, I won't show the things that's just combat. I'm going to show you guys the things that add to the story, notes, random side quests I missed, that kind of thing. I'm not going to include every little thing, or we would be here. This video would be about 14 hours long, and I'm going to try and do it in less than, like, 1, 2, 3 parts. Maybe 3 parts will be the max, 4 at a push. Oh, I forgot how good I am at combat by the end of the game. Jesus. Alright, well, we'll include this, because, you know, they died so unbelievably quickly. Oh, my blade is dead. What a shame. So yeah, we're basically just gonna be improving the quality of life of everyone living here, because, well, everyone who's a dick is gonna be dead. Death to dicks. That is That's our motto throughout this little part of the series. It really isn't. Let's see what we got going on then. Are there any notes? If not, I do not care. Order of the Flaming Rose. Oh, shit. My least oh, Reconnaissance Commander's notes, huh? There was a thing. Pitched camp in the ruins of the observation towers, as M ordered. Hope we won't have to sit here long. Margin note. Important. Brent lost 200 crowns to me at Quen, but has no coin on him. Needs to take it out of his next share of loot. Boring as fuck. Been sitting here 8 days now, don't know why I just changed his voice in the middle of it, and naught's happened. Besides that one grain caravan which we raided, sending the merchants off running only their unspeakables. Hoping to high heavens they'll transfer us somewhere more interesting quick, because here, every man jack of us is near about off his nut with boredom. That was a hard thing to read. Thanks, game. There's also a lovely chest here. Order of the Flaming Rose armor. I do like the tamer. It's a good thing. I guess we'll take it. They sell for a lot. Which reminds me, we will need to keep visiting merchants. I'm already nearly full. Okay. I have to include this purely because of how detailed it is. This was a harpy lair. But look at the endless piles of bodies. I thought that was like a freaking rock formation at first, but no, those be corpses. Yeah, not very nice. Let's see what we got in here. Man, harpies are some messed up creatures. That's basically all I wanted to include because that was just I love the attention to detail. It's stunning, and it always will be. But where does this lead, huh? Am I meant to climb up this watchtower to read? There is a hidden treasure in the area. That's why I'm here. But you can run all the way to the top of this watchtower, and I don't think I ever did that. So... Ah! Oh, that was a close one. Is that a harpy nest that I seemingly can't bomb? Oh, come on, Geralt. I'm trying to make you look cool. Why do you not remember how to parkour? There you go. Is there anything up here? No. Oh, that would be because we're not quite at the top yet. Are you even able to make that jump? You sure are. And there's a key required. Of course there fucking is. See you guys in a sec. Looks like I at the very least found where we're going to be going after. Yeah. Here he is, Nicholas Vogel's laboratory notebook. And he's got the digger. Hell yeah, let's read. I've acquired the eggs. They cost a fortune and left me with barely enough funds to pay the rent for my laboratory. But now I can begin work in my earnest. Or just in earnest, I don't know what the hell my earnest would be. I'll soon show those pea-brained admirals of ours that airborne army's the future of warfare. And the first such army shall be my creation, and shall proudly bear the name of the Redanian Air Force. They've hatched. Never seen harpies so tiny, and dare I say, cute? They have no bosoms yet, but they do have enormous heads, and equally enormous appetites, bird-like through and through. My first attempts at taming them have brought promising results. The young harpies eat out of our hands, and sometimes eat our hands as well. My assistant's already lost 2 fingers. The alderman of Heddle came skittering into our tower, desperately bawling about spiders plaguing his village, begging for our help, weeping for their picked-upon livestock and offspring who've suffered the most from the arachnoid's bites. One swarm of mindless-eating machines preying on another. How dare he interrupt my work on the Wunderwaffe for such banalities. Instead of the arachnocide he requested, I gave him a bottle of arachnomorph pheromones. Won't he be in for a surprise? But do the peasants not say, spiders and snakes a happy home make? I'm sure I've heard them say something of the sort. Our funds are nearly exhausted. I shall be forced to take something from the rainy day stash I hid from Hubert in the top floor of the tower. The bulk of our outflow goes towards the purchase of pork, which the harpies devour in gargantuan quantities. Perhaps if we were to dress one up in Redanian armor now and present it at court, the king himself would become our patron. No. The entire squadron must be present, else Radovid will deem the whole undertaking a farce. Seems our harpies have grown tired of pork. I found scraps of Hubert's overalls in one of their cages. No great loss. Hubert had already lost 8 fingers feeding them. Couldn't even grip a broom. Catastrophe has struck. Someone opened all the cages and let out the harpies. I'm sure I'll find them wheezing in the grass outside the tower after all. No one has fed them for a week. Yeah, that definitely happened. They did not seem all that happy about being caged, to be honest. But hey, we managed to destroy another half of the Redanian army. Looks like Nilfgaard are taking over for good from now on. Damn it. I can't believe Nilfgaard became the lesser evil somehow throughout this game. Like, Radovid just had to become insane and start killing mages, didn't he? I don't want Nilfgaard to take over everything. All the new moon trousers. Strange, considering this is a, Hearts of Stone quest, but those are blood and wine. That's blood and wine armor. Interesting. Well, let's get out of here for now. Let's make our way over to this person in distress.
Doing all right now?
Who the hell is this guy?
I'd have been mincemeat if it's not for you.
I did just save him.
Topical, but everyone calls me Master T.
I just want to know what his name. I just wanted to know more about him because he had an interesting name. Is that literally it, Mr. T?
Show me what you got.
Filbert topical? It's a pun I'm not really getting, huh? What is this? Is that essence of water? Yeah. Nah, well you ain't got anything all that great, huh? I guess we'll leave you for now. Thanks, Mr. T. Oh, an ancient lesson. Hey, buddy, you're actually quite tough considering how much more powerful I am than you now. Let's go ahead and switch up to Igni, which is now incredibly weak because I took off all of its boosts, but I mean, sort of necessary against a lesson like this. To be fair, my Dragon's Dream bombs are probably way better than Igni at this point. Let's try spinning. Wow. Enemies seem a lot tougher than I remember. Because, I mean, we were just sort of ripping our way through practically anything by the end of the game, but if an ancient lesson about 15 levels less than me is actually causing a challenge, then wow. Well done, game. Ow, 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 ow. I freaking hate those crows. Maybe I should put on some oil, some relict oil? They are relicts, aren't they? If they ain't relicts, then we got a big problem. I'm almost sure they're relicts. Where are our oils? It's been so long since I've played. Sorry, guys. Enhanced Cursed, Vampire, Necrophage, Ogroid, Insectoid, Elementa, Draconid, Hybrid, Spectre. Is our relict oil still bad? Our relict oil is still bad. Damn it. It's gonna be kinda hard to kill this bastard. At least he's bleeding like an absolute shit ton. That does help. I'm not really sure what this man can bleed. Maybe some, like, disgusting sticky tree sap of some kind. I'm gonna die! I'm being killed by a lesson. Way less, like, way lower level than me. Man, I probably should have upgraded my Quen, huh? Oh, wolves, pack of wolves, really unnecessary right now. I'm struggling enough. There we go. We actually needed some swallow to take on an enemy this much, you know, lower level than me. I can't believe this dude is actually being an issue. The game can still pose a challenge, even once you've completed basically every quest in the game. And that really does say something. Leshens are quite possibly the coolest enemy in the entire Witcher franchise. No, well, that might be a lie. But they are, I really liked the Heim, but they are absolutely one of the coolest beasts I have fought in like a fantasy setting in a very long time. Just look at them. And I mean, they get a little bit less imposing when the fight goes on for so long, and when they do an awkward little ragdoll like that, but fuck me, they're cool. I really like Leshens. Now, it's not like we need all this dog tallow and wolf liver, so what's hidden around here, huh? Count Romilly's journal and a tarnished key. Do I remember? Do I have the first part of this journal? I don't know. A pox upon Anastasia von Bormann. A pox upon her whole ploughing house. I've finally found a way to end this deadly little charade she's put on. The key to unraveling the riddle lay in a dusty old tome in my library. That little viperess was marked by a lesson. That is why the monster attacked my castle. There was only one way out of the situation. I snuck up while she slept and throttled her. She didn't even manage to peep. Now I can finally leave my castle walls, thank the gods. The monstrosity has skirted off into oblivion along with that accursed child. That entire affair was a horrific error. I'm just glad the savings from the previous missions are safely preserved in the castle treasury. I must recruit some mage. Perhaps that will ensure I avoid such incidents in the future. The Secret Life of Count Romilly. Okay, oh dear god, don't tell me that's another 3 lessons in there. Oh good, it's just some wolves. They're not exactly scary. Oh my god, even my silver was doing immense damage to these guys earlier. I can't believe that. Like, the Leshens wolves were going down to, like, silver, pretty much the same level as steel. Maybe the Leshens wolves are some kind of, like, supernatural wolves, so they just give you the benefit of the doubt. I guess it's a possibility. Oh boy. This ruin might not be quite as ruined as we originally thought. Now, I know this is going to be extra dark for you guys, so I'm probably gonna take a little dose of cat, and then I'll just meditate. Oh, there was a fucking torch right next to me anyway. Oh, that's annoying. So we can Aard that down, which makes me think it's the right way. So let's ensure we go the wrong way first. See if I can't get any more details. Count Romilly's Part 1, I see. Entries in chronological order, last few pages missing. Well, I guess we found those. This craft has proved even more profitable than I had anticipated. 5 of the last 7 kidnappings ended in success. Only 2 of the lads had fathers too miserly to ransom their own sons. Clearly was more offspring where those came from. So the calculating knaves deemed the captured snots expendable. Note for the future. Demand a significantly smaller ransom from clients with more than 1 male heir. Okay, I sent the lads after Anastasia von Bormann. The Lord of Zuta Castle is a... Wait, what? The Lord of Zutzer Castle is a magnificently wealthy noble, and Anastasia, his only child. I smell a lucrative transaction. The lads return with the client's daughter that very night. The girl is calm. Apathetic, even. Something strange is afoot in the castle surroundings. Flocks of ravens perch in the trees bordering the courtyard. This morning, a new contingent flew in. 2 serving maids have gone missing. Could my lads be responsible? Or did those ravens peck them to death? Here a giant ink blot covers half the page. One of my grooms has died. From what the remaining servants recount, he was killed by tree roots that suddenly thrust straight out of the ground. My men are petrified. Wolves howl day and night in the lands surrounding the estate. Leaving the castle walls means certain death. We have barricaded ourselves inside and live as if under siege. Luckily we've ample supplies of food and water. Perhaps there's some kind of curse. Franz, the servant who led the unit that kidnapped Anastasia, has hanged himself. Black magic is surely at work. I must search the castle library for some indication of what this might be. Well, unfortunately figured it out. And yet another innocent had to die. At least there's that was the castle treasury? Why do you go... That was nothing! I can't... Your treasury was mostly shoes. You better have something better in here. If you don't, I'm gonna be very disappointed. That's a wraith. My god, you came out of nowhere and nearly busted up my goddamn silver sword straight away. At least I don't even need to bother using Yrden when we're this powerful. It's freaking... It's nice. I appreciate. Now let's see what we got in the area, shall we? I always like taking everything a wraith drops. For some reason they drop really good shit despite not being that great. A ransom letter, huh? To the Right Honourable Raphael von Bormann, Lord of Zutzer Castle. We wish to reassure you, my dear sir, that your daughter is in the flower of good health. She will continue to enjoy said health, provided her father acts according to our instructions. They are as follows. In 6 days, at the exact stroke of midnight, you, sir, are to present yourself in person outside the cursed chapel near Brunwick in order to hand over the ransom, a ransom in the amount of 1,000 unshaven Novigrad crowns. You are to sound no alarm and come alone, with no guards or retainers of any sort. I trust we needn't add that any failure to follow these instructions will result in an immediate and proportionate decline in the young and beautiful Lady Bormann's health. My best wishes to you, sir. Well, I'm glad that Leshen managed to kill you, buddy. You're an absolute fucking monster. Is this with cat, by the way? Because it's still damn hard to see. Let's get out of here and I'll see you guys soon. I might head back to a merchant, because I think we've cleared everything around here. Yes, we have. So let's find a merchant and sell off all our goods. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever been here. Welcome to Elector Square, Novigrad. It's hard to get here whatsoever. I mean, I had to run around this incredibly long road, and this might finally lead us to that last elusive friggin' undiscovered location. This is the Temple of the Eternal Fire, my least... Oh my god, can I put it out? Damn! Can you imagine if I could just extinguish the Eternal Fire? Ah, my least favorite religion in all of fucking The Witcher. They've got a place of power here, though. And it's an Igni one, of course. Igni is the true Eternal Fire, apparently. There we go, that's one new ability point. And that's that finally done. All of Velen, all of Novigrad, cleared of undiscovered locations. Every single one gone. Every single one discovered. We've done it, guys. It's time to depart for Skellige. And I'll see you guys when we're there. Guess who just found the Mastercraft Griffin armor? Why is it on Skellige? I thought the Mastercraft stuff was all in Toussaint. Well, that's awesome. We can make that whenever we want now, although I think you do need a copy of the other ones, and I'm not entirely sure I have those, but look at Skellige. 100, was it gone? 108 remaining undiscovered, and most of them are in the damn water. This is gonna be an absolute slog. But you know what? I owe it to this fucking masterpiece of a game to explore every single piece of content. Unfortunately, the vast majority of things I have found, in this sort, in Skellige so far, have just been, it's been guarded treasure and bandit camps. One guarded treasure was a basilisk guarding a single dark steel plate. One. Just a little fucking steel plate. That's all the bastard had. And I was expected to take on a friggin' high-level basilisk for it. It's just like, oh, okay, game, thank you. We're gonna go to Kerguelen, and I'll see you guys when something interesting happens. Is that a drowned dead screaming like that, or is there a human in the area? Who are you? I haven't seen you before. Hey!
Hello, someone!
Maybe they're a quest giver? That's killer. I've never heard a dude with that voice before, especially a skeleton. So it seems vaguely interesting. Who are you?
Well, what is it? Every man on the
Just two random skelegers? Great. Okay, see you guys when I find something interesting. That was weird. Ooh, a letter and some flowers. I feel like I probably shouldn't be taking this, Fjall. I've got bad news for you. Your father's ship sank off the southern coast of Aard Skellig. Far as I know, there were no survivors. Only a few bodies were recovered. They were already blue and bloated. I could only recognize Jovik by his tattoo. I'll do what I can to prepare the body for the funeral, but brace yourself. It won't be a pretty sight. I know what was on that ship. Everything you had. So if you need to borrow some coin, don't hesitate to write. Your father and I were bound by blood, and I'll never refuse you help. Varland. Well, Varland, how far away is that shipwreck? Pretty damn far! But we will go get it once we've done this, because I believe this counting is an abandoned location, though there are no monsters around. So, how do I unabandon it? Let's have a little look around. There's got to be something hovering over, right? Or this wouldn't have become abandoned. Like, I broke the nest. Aha! Over here, okay. Let's draw our blade and see what they got hanging around. Because this used to be an inn. I wonder if I can make it an inn again. Oh, shit. Full of wraiths. I expected sirens or something, not wraiths. I won't complain about wraiths, they give some serious valuables, but... Are there more? No one's come back yet. Arrest warrant for the Witcher Gerd, excuse me? Let it be known that the Witcher known as Gerd has committed foul crimes against the ducal tiara. Namely, insulting Her Grace's Majesty, resisting Her Grace's guards, collaborating with the usurper and other such deeds, bringing harm to ducal tiara. What the hell is this doing here? Any persons providing him shelter will be considered complicit in his crimes. It is the duty of each and every one of ducal tiara's subjects to provide any and all possible help to the agencies of the law who seek to capture the bandit. For the apprehension of Witcher Gerd, dead or alive, we have set an award in the amount of 300 Axii dinars. In the name of Her Grace, Helena Langahara, heiress to the Duchy of Axii, suzerain of Gelabol, and Hieronymus Usar. No, from Hieronymus Usar, Castellan. Or Castellan, I don't really know how that's pronounced, but the Ursine Steel Sword, huh? I'm surprised we didn't already have that. It was right before dusk. Then a Witcher showed, dirty and unshaven and stinking worse than a fisherman from Faro. Asked for a room and a bucket of water so he could freshen up some. First I didn't want to let him in on account of the bloody sack he was carrying. But then it came out he'd arranged to meet Yrden Ironhand here. And a friend of Yrden's a friend of mine. Sun had long set by the time Yrden showed up. Witcher handed him that sack and we all learned why it stank so bad. Inside was the head of a siren. Yrden had contracted the Witcher to take it down after it attacked some folk in a cave in the northwestern part of Speakerrug. Seeing it dead cheered folk awful fast. And Yrden, happy as a clam, started buying everybody rounds. The Witcher refrained at first, saying he was off to take care of a strigger that had infested the ruins of a fortress on the northern edge of the isle. But in the end he gave in. After all, there's no refusing Yrden. Made a lovely heap of coin that day, but the sun started rising and not a man had gone home. The Witcher got drunk with Yrden and started telling us tales. Then we sat down for some Gwen. That good. He might be a first-class warrior, but he's one lousy card player. Lost half his reward for that siren to me, and drank the other half. Then, wanting to win it back, he wagered a diagram for some kind of steel sword. To my eye, it was a scrap of rubbish, but fuck it. Some things you gotta do for the sake of sportsmanship and camaraderie, so I accepted the wager. Well, that explains why I ended up with you. Is that now my scavenger hunt complete? No! We really didn't get nearly any of the bear stuff while we were playing, while we were doing the main story and stuff. Or, still while the game was going on. I mean, this is sort of my LP Aftermath, which I like to do. There is one more freaking beast hanging around here. I just don't know how to clear this place. I am right about that symbol meaning abandoned site, right? Yeah. What do you want? I've tried to kill everything. There's just nothing else showing. Well, I guess I've got to try back down there. I mean, it's the only place they can be, right? I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand. This abandoned site just isn't working. It probably isn't even the wraiths that was doing it. It's probably the sirens of that siren's nest that sort of just disappeared when I blew it up. I didn't really have to fight to blow it up. They just sort of went. I think I killed maybe one. So where are they? Well, at last we managed to get this abandoned site scum. I had to reload an old save because apparently I didn't kill a certain siren, or I don't know. I think I blew up the nest before I killed the sirens or something, and the game didn't like that. I don't know. Fucking annoying because I had to go back and do quite a bit, but I'm not leaving a single stone unturned. This game deserves it. It's a fucking masterpiece, and I do want to see every single piece of its content, and I want the achievements to go along with that. So, let's go take a look at the shipwreck, shall we? I'm pretty sure if you're in a boat and you take a little pot shot at a siren, they immediately die. But I'm also not gonna... Geralt, can you maybe get up? He won't get off helm. There we go. I imagine... Oh, that might be it right there. Oh. That's disappointing. I thought I'd have to search for it, like inside the boat or something. Fine, well, up we get. Let's get back to the boat before the siren... Geralt, can you stop being a piece of shit, please? Thank you. Now let's get back to the boat and make our way towards the next one, which should be... Where are we going? I'm trying to do all the ones on the Ard mainland first, because I just think that makes a lot more sense. So let's go down to that little area there. It's going to be my first little sailing session in many, many days, and I'm looking forward to it. I always really like just how peaceful the sailing is, even when you're being absolutely mugged by sirens. It's just like, I don't know, I see so many people complaining about like their boats being tore apart by drowners and sirens, and it's just like, they die in one shot, don't they? I also found out that most people don't know that you can quick shot. I say most people. A lot of people on Reddit don't know that you can just sort of auto aim quick shot type thing, and everyone sort of manually aims, and it's like, no, I would have killed myself if I was doing that. Well, let's stop here because I think I've beached the boat on these rocks, and well, this one could be something boring, so I'll see you guys when we find out. Well, I found a short letter under a place guarded by an echidna, so what do we got here? My dearest Master Sigvard, I've received your letter. I thus now know you have a great many doubts regarding the contract I have offered you, and that you clearly suffer from gross misconceptions regarding the nature of a mercenary's trade. Something which, given that this is a trade you yourself profess to practice, constitutes a highly puzzling paradox. So let me inform you that a mercenary is not paid for asking questions or listing reservations, but for performing a concrete task. This task was described in simple, unambiguous words. You are to capture a siren. You are to capture a siren, alive, and bring her to me. If you will not perform this task, you are of no interest to me. As to why I need this siren, or what I intend to do with her, that should not be of any interest to you. If these conditions do suit you, I'm sure I will... do not suit you, sorry. I'm sure I will find another man who will not refuse my coin. Count de Botten. Well, this dude doesn't seem to have much choice other than refuse your coin right now, you know, considering the fact that he's a fucking corpse. Looks like he's been a corpse for quite a while as well. But at least he's got a nice, clear bed of water to drink from. It's weird that the echidna didn't sort of relocate, right? Well, I guess this was its nest, but although I guess there's a tiny body of water, but this is relatively on land. This is complete mid-Skellige. I mean, that's not a harpy, that is an echidna. How the hell did they end up in here? I'm sure they prefer the water, right? Oh, come on! Ugh, how far away am I? I'm gonna have to go back miles. Crumpled letter, huh? Dear sir, you were kind enough to share with me your doubts concerning the contract. You made it clear you believe it impossible for a man to turn into a necker. You even drove the point home with a humorous comparison, saying, I believe, same as a pig won't turn into a horse, not even if you strap a saddle on it and call it Black Beauty. It is entirely possible that you are right. But if there exists even the shadow of a chance that my son has been imprisoned in the body of that monster, that some spell or curse has done this to him, then I will not rest until I try every possible way of helping him. That is why I would ask you to refrain from further attempts at humor, and keep your doubts to yourself. Instead, channel those energies towards doing the job for which you shall be paid. Catch the necker, collect your gold. The rest should not interest you. Respectfully yours, Robert Demir. Well, I just killed a good 50 neckers coming through here, all like levels 5, 6. Did I slaughter your son? Probably. I hope not, though. That'd be kind of sad. Which one is your son? Or is he all of them? Are the neckers a hive mind? Basically derivative of your son? Is your son every necker that's ever existed? Man, I hate your fucking son. He's the worst enemy in the game. Oh, there's a lot of blood being dragged up here. He could be this one. Oh, I love one-shotting him. Letter from an alchemist. Dearest Sir Robert Demir, thank you for sending a bill of exchange in advance, and for your understanding. If I gave out advice for free, I'd very quickly run myself out of business. You wrote that your son went missing while on a voyage, and that near the place where he was last seen, there now lurks a necker who wears a tattered shirt with your son's monogram sewed on it. Oh! You asked if it is possible that this necker was your son, transformed by some spell. After consulting the relevant literature, it pains me to inform you that your hypothesis is highly improbable, and there exists a much simpler and more likely explanation. Contrary to popular belief, neckers are a sapient species, like forest trolls. They will at times decorate themselves with pigment or scraps of human garments. One can with some confidence surmise that this necker killed your son, tore up his shirt, then donned it, or some fragment thereof. While that is most likely the case, one cannot be certain. Though I have not heard of any case capable of turning a man into a necker, I cannot rule out the possibility of its existence. In order to find out if the above-mentioned necker truly is a creature born of a curse, the tattered shirt it wears must be taken from it, cut into shreds, and burned. The shirt's ashes can then be mixed with a dimeritium dust. If the resulting substance changes colour, it will confirm your hypothesis. If the experiment I described returns a positive result, please write me. I would gladly undertake further examinations meant to find a way to lift this curse. For additional payment, of course. Greetings. Klaus Kellerman, Magister Artibus Oxoniensis. Yeah, I'm not so sure that worked. Was his shirt on him? I can't loot the shirt. I guess I didn't look at him too long enough, but I mean, he didn't look like he was wearing a shirt. Are you really gonna do this to me, game? Fine, I'll meditate until Geralt decides it's perfectly fine to climb up this area. Thank you. Guess he just needed a bit of a rest, for fuck's sake, after killing all those insanely powerful neckers. Oh boy. And this is an illusion, huh? Strong magic used here. But why? A couple of shitty runestones. Is this where the alchemist decided to research, or is this a totally different person? Can't imagine the alchemist came and stayed here, right? Oh, glyphs though. I always like me some glyphs. That's not another illusion, is it? No. Huh. This is actually very interesting. I guess this was just yet another way in. Now this did count as a monster den, so need to quickly check that the... Ooh. Hello. Well, it's a dead end, unfortunately. Is this monster den clear? I'd assume so, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure we took every possible direction. Interesting area, though. I liked that. Oh, come on. I missed something. Fine, I'll take another look through. Okay, so I'm out here collecting smugglers' caches, and am I freaking seeing things? Do you see that in the distance? No way can you go and interact with this enormous freaking whale. Yes, I'm very over-encumbered. There's not many other ways to do the smuggler's caches unless you dump your entire inventory first. So I'm about 70 points over-encumbered. But let's go hang out with this freaking whale. Oh my god! That is so cool. Is it still there? No, it's gone. But I don't know if you're ever meant to get that close to them. I feel like we just boundary broke. That was awesome. I can't believe that. Skellige is beautiful. You see what I mean? 55 points over encumbered. Skellige is gorgeous. And it's snowing. Man, and Geralt's having to get out and swim in that shit. That's going to be freezing. Geralt is going to have no testicles left by the end of this. He's going to be he's going to be double infertile, which might make him fertile. He's going to give birth to little baby snowmen. That's going to be awful for Yen. They're going to melt inside of her. That might be the most traumatic thing I can imagine. Let's go and take these fucking things out. Ah, I hate when they grip onto your boat. We're going to die. Our boats are going to come to pieces. No, you don't. Oh, it's the bits that are already shattered. Those are the bits I'm worried about. When they cling to the bits that already have gaping holes in. Yeah, we're losing our boat, and I'm going to have to swim all the way home. Oh, God. Yeah, that's fine. You can go there. There is fine. It's pretty much everywhere else. I'm worried. I like how they just freeze in a Nazi salute kind of position. That's a little bit awkward. Oh, come on. Piss off. Do I really have to take you out like this? Oh, you died? Man, being in a boat makes everything easier. Fire a little, insult to injury kind of shot there, and I'm going to keep doing the smuggler's caches, which is going to make us absolutely rich. It'll just take an awfully long time, so I'll see you guys soon. Mysterious note, huh? Keep an eye out for castaways, lone travelers, drunk warriors, and bring them to me. To the cellar. The Ancient One craves blood. Oh, this is going to be an absolute butchering of whatever the hell this means. Fnglui Mugulwanaf Cthulhu Relaye Waga Knuckle Futagan. Okay. So we found some kind of H.P. Lovecraft cult down here for some reason. I'm also incredibly over-encumbered, and I just took on quite possibly the biggest bandit camp we've taken on in the main game, while literally incapable of movement. So that was smart, but also really imposing. Geralt just slowly walking towards people is really scary, especially when he can do that to people around this level. It's pretty terrifying, to be honest. I need to be on the lookout for some kind of key, by the looks of things. Sorry if this now Oh, found the leader. You've probably got the key. Sorry if this is an incredibly slow pace, but I mean, while I'm out on the... Sorry, I hit my fan, and sometimes it makes a horrible noise if you hit it. Key to the prison. Yeah, I don't particularly want to head back out into the water. Oh, Jesus, I knocked my fan on the floor. Why won't you stay still, you little bastard? Fucking hell. Where are you? Sorry. Sorry if that made a horrific sound. Because it's been so hot. You know how fans have like a cage over them? That's probably the worst word for it. Great, I guess. Because it's been so hot, I took the cage thing off so I could get all the air. And, oh, it's a little Doppler. I mean, halfling. That's not necessarily a Doppler, is it? Let's take everything they own.
Sky cells.
What a...
Nice idea for a prison without bars.
Very true.
How to fly.
I mean, you could probably have leapt towards the water from here. Oh my god, hold on! That's a Tyrion Lannister reference. I won't spoil anything if you haven't seen Game of Thrones. It's in like the first season. That's a Game of Thrones reference. I can't believe that. That's weird. So they put Cthulhu and a Game of Thrones reference in the same damn place? Weird, but also cool, so I'll accept it. Unless it isn't like a Tyrion Lannister reference, in which case, fuck me, I guess. But, yeah, that's that done, and that was really cool. I'm also 130 weight, over-encumbered, which sucks ass. Time to jump back on a boat, though, because we've got a lot more to do around here, and I won't make you guys watch me slowly trudge towards the exit. Or will I? Maybe I'll be sadistic. If only you didn't have the ability to skip. Well, I found notes about a treasure on some dude's body and an apple. I really hope the apple is the treasure. That would make me a very happy man. What do we got here? Oh god, it's long. Okay. I've had enough. My father and brother think I'm nothing. All they do is laugh at me. They're always laughing, saying my face is as fair as a maid's and I'm only fit for lying in bed with maids. And certainly not for battling with men. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, buddy. You can just be a dandelion. Everyone loves dandelion. And one day, one of those cuckolded husbands is gonna break my neck. True. Never had much problem securing ladies' affections. That's not something I asked for. Marie wouldn't let me leave her bedchamber. So we dallied on till her husband, Norris Ironsides, and his... Why would you leave a man called Norris Ironsides? He sounds awesome. And his mates came back with their lootings. I jumped into a wardrobe and stayed to listen. Though it was uncomfortable as all get out. What the hell does that mean? They said they'd sunk some great treasure ship by the rocks between Faro and Aard Skellig. And that come morning they intended to go fish it out. Once they drunk themselves to sleep. I slipped out of the wardrobe and told Marie we should slit all their throats. Get that treasure ourselves and leave these horrible isles. Go somewhere better. Kovir or even Novigrad. Marie didn't take long to convince. Because her husband was a true whoreson and beat her terribly. So Norris and his mates are bits in a fish's guts by now. Holy shit! He did it! And I'm off to find my fortune. Who cares that I'm not too skilled a sailor and a storms are coming? I'll be done and gone before it hits. I imagine that means before it hits, but whatever. Ironside's treasure. Well, it's nearby. Geralt also still can't walk properly. I've sold off as much as I can. But I got bored of, you know, cleaning out merchants and having to find others, so we're still over encumbered. Eventually, I'm probably just going to dump a load of shit into our home or one of our stashes. But I can't remember where the closest stash is in Skellige, and to be honest, I don't particularly feel like going back to Corvo Bianco right now. Please don't break. Oh, I really thought it was going to smash on one of those rocks there. Okay. So it's definitely a sunken treasure, which... Oh, God! No, you don't! Will you leave my boat alone? I hate when they manage to do that right as I'm getting off my boat, because then I have much less chance of keeping it alive. Well, we found the boat. Is that the chest right there? It looks like it. So, Ironsides. You know what? I know he was an absolute dick, but a man called Ironsides is now dead. And you know what? That's a tragedy for all of us. But at least there's that completed. Man, I wonder if that was a reference to something or if they just gave him a really cool name. Either way, badass. Okay, so I've been sailing for ages against a strong current. Like a really goddamn strong current that pushes my boat away. Oh no, my boat's sinking. My boat's sinking and I could not be further away from the entire world. But that boat, it has an incinerated mage on it. I'm trying to work out what it is, but I'm having to pick up everything too. Get out of here, sirens. You're so annoying. You're worse than drowners. Now, where's that last little chest? Because I'm really intrigued by what's above the water, as opposed to what they've been smuggling in near / with it. So I'm going to quickly swim over here. We're going to grab everything we can, and we're going to try and climb aboard. Why can I not? Fuck off, Siren! You're making everything so hard. I'm literally going to drown because of this bitch. Come on now, there's so many of you. Can I knock you down over the top of the thing? For some reason, you can't shoot when you're surfaced. You can only shoot when you're underwater, which makes even less sense. But let's take whatever we got out here. There's nothing amazing considering the trials I had to go through to even swim up here. No, we've got to kill this final siren before I even try to get onto that boat. Away you go, you monster! Literally. Okay. Now there's got to be a way to climb onto this boat. Because if there isn't, then I'm utterly screwed because I have to swim back like 4,000 steps or whatever. But what is it? I'm so desperately intrigued by it, but I can't learn more. It was really hard to get out of it. Look at where I am on the map. Possibly the furthest away from... Oh no, okay, it is in between several things. But I had to come out this way, which was incredibly against the current. It was fucking hard to get here. And it's just a flaming boat in the middle of nowhere. It's interesting. I'm gonna Google it and see if there's anything about it. Well, there's nothing about it. I'm really confused by this one. That's very interesting, but unfortunately now I have to slow swim all the way onto land. Help! Help me! Well guys, unfortunately the freaking game crashed. That's what we're going to leave it for today. I'm really sorry, there's probably only about half an hour of usable footage here. We seem to have stumbled across the most boring of all the undiscovered locations. But thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next part of this video, because I assume I'm going to leave it as one. So thank you, see you in a sec.